Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sabrina and today I have another high protein what I eat in a day. And before I get us kicked off here with breakfast, if you enjoy this video, please feel free to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And now let's get into it. Okay, so I have had a pretty good morning so far. It was upper day at the gym and that was challenging. And so I'm excited to get some protein in and fuel up. What I have here today is my overnight oats recipe, and I'm going to be making purple oatmeal. And you might be saying, Sabrina, it doesn't look very purple yet, but that is what's going to happen when I add in these blueberries. So these are the macros on the overnight oats. It's 296 calories, it's about 36 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fat, and 27 grams of protein, which is great. I always try and strive for around 30 grams of protein in a meal or something close to that. And of course, no gatekeeping here, so this is exactly what my recipe is. I use 40 grams of oats, which is half a cup, and that is a serving. I use 14 grams of PE Science protein powder, and you can use whatever flavor you are in the mood for. And then I use 113 grams, which is about 6 ounces of non-fat Greek yogurt. I use the kind from Aldi. You could use Chobani or Faye or whatever floats your boat. And then I add in 4 grams of chia seeds and half a cup of almond milk. And then what I'm going to add to my oats, I have here 60 grams of blueberries. And I'm just going to go ahead and put these in the microwave for about 30 to 40 seconds. And they're going to start to break down, release some of their juice and color, and then I'm going to make my purple oatmeal. Okay, this doesn't look that appealing, and you can also tell it's hot. You can see some of the steam coming off of it, but this is essentially the blueberries that I just had steamed in the microwave, and so now they've broken down and they're going to work really nicely in these overnight oats. So I'm just going to take this, which is smelling really good, and I'm going to pour it in my overnight oat. I needed to get an oven mitt because this is hot. I think I put it in for a little too long today. All right, so Sabrina, it's still not looking very appealing. All right, just give me 1 second. Okay, now tell me that doesn't look good. These are my blueberry or purple overnight oats, and they're absolutely delicious. And I really like the temperature thing because the blueberries are hot, the overnight oats were cold. It's kind of room temperature now, and it tastes so good. It's really creamy, it's high in protein. It's a great way to start the day. And I already showed you the oats recipe, but this is how I track it in my Fitness Pal. I just add in that recipe, and then I had 60 grams of blueberries. Bada bing, bada boom, and I am done. I'm gonna go enjoy this beautiful purple bowl. All right, welcome back for lunch. So one of the things about me is that I absolutely love breakfast. So today I am having breakfast for breakfast and also breakfast for lunch. So I call this roughly my potato hash, and it has potatoes, clearly, also egg whites. It's got the Good and Gathered turkey sausage, which adds so much delicious flavor. I don't know how they make their sausage so good, but it actually has great, simple, clean ingredients and also tastes delicious. And then I've just added a little bit of tomato ketchup on top. So let's go ahead and look at the macros. So you can see here for each serving, I make 4 servings. It's 205 calories, 7.6 grams of fat, 11.7 carbs, and 24 grams of protein. And so this shows you exactly what is in the meal. I have that turkey sausage, as I mentioned, love that. Some potatoes. I do add a little bit of mushrooms and then egg whites as well. And then, like I mentioned, this is going to make 4 servings. So it's a really, really tasty lunch. I like this a lot better than the one I have with spinach, and it is going to give me 24 grams of protein per serving, which is awesome. And then on the side, who is irrationally excited about cantaloupe and cottage cheese? That would be me. I just think this tastes so delicious. Cottage cheese with melon just really hits a spot. And this is how I'm going to track it in my Fitness Pal. I've got the potato hash and the ketchup. And then, like I mentioned, the cottage cheese, I'm using 1/4 of a cup, and then about 130 grams of cantaloupe. You can obviously have as much as you like, but that's what's going to work for me. And so that's going to bring my lunch to 314 calories. And here is it all together, looking delicious. I'm really excited to dig into this one. Again, I love this lunch. I feel like the turkey sausage just takes it to the next level. especially if you love breakfast. This one is a winner for lunch, and the cantaloupe and cottage cheese is just really great to have on the side as well. So, looking forward to digging in, and I will see you guys after work with snacks. Okay, so lunch was delicious, but now I am looking forward to snack. And what I have here is kind of like a snack-sized wrap and then some Quest cheese crackers. So let me show you how I made this. For the wrap, I use these La Banderita carb counter tortillas, and I really, really like the taste of these. I feel like they're the most natural and kind of non-low carb tasting tortilla out there. And then the macros themselves are also great. So I use these in kind of this full size tortilla wrap, and I also use them in the street taco size. So you can see the macros here. For one tortilla, it is 60 calories, 1.5 grams of fat. It's about 13 grams of carbs and 4 grams of protein. So I used one of those. And then inside the wrap, I used about 2 ounces of this Foster Farms grilled chicken strips, and I added some non-fat Greek yogurt, a little bit of buffalo sauce, and some non-fat mozzarella cheese to make the filling. And here are the macros, and you can see it's 17 grams of protein for a single serving, 35 grams of protein for the whole bag, which I've definitely done before. And this is just a really nice thing to have on hand to make a wrap like this or just add to your meals. And then alongside the wrap, I'm having these Quest cheese crackers. So I definitely like the Quest chips. I have those really often as well, and they have like 18 or 19 grams of protein. So if I don't need as much, I actually really enjoy these cheese crackers. You can think of them as like a Cheez-It knockoff, but I feel like their texture is actually much thicker, and so it's a little chewier, it takes you a little longer to eat, and obviously it's just a little bit more functional because it has all the protein in it. And you can see the macros here. For one bag, it's 130 calories, it's going to be 7 grams of fat, and 10 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of protein. And this is how I'm going to track it in MyFitnessPal. So those calories also include my dessert, so don't worry about that. But I'm using one of the carb counter wraps. I'm having those cheddar cheese chips from Quest. And then inside the tortilla, I have the grilled chicken strips, I have the fat-free mozzarella cheese, and I have some plain non-fat yogurt. I didn't track the hot sauce because it doesn't have any calories, so I didn't think I really needed to. So yeah, that is my snack. It is packed with protein, and I can't wait to dig into this. All right, I am back with dinner, and look at my perfectly fried egg. I am very proud of this. So what I have here, because it looks a little bit strange, is a serving of my lentil soup. And I actually have that recipe here on YouTube, so I'll make sure to link it. But we love this soup recipe, and it's made from a lot of pre-made options from Trader Joe's. So I use the roasted red pepper soup and some of their lentil soup, and then add carrots and potatoes and usually some protein and the beefless ground beef, which actually is like the perfect texture. But anyway, we really like this soup. And then because I needed a little bit more fat, actually, I added a fried egg on top. And if you're wondering how I get it so perfect, I have one of those teeny tiny egg pans. So it makes like a perfect circle. I just kind of put the little underside underneath it there. But I think this is going to be delicious. I am definitely part of the runny yolk club, so I can't wait to get into this runny yolk and enjoy it on top of my lentil soup. My husband often eats this with some rice to fill up his carb portion of the day. So you can really adjust it however you need. You could add some of that chicken that we saw before. Like I said, I needed a little bit more fat, so the egg yolk it is. I think it's going to be delicious. And this is how I'm tracking it in MyFitnessPal. The recipe, I have called it my harvest autumnal lentil soup. I don't know, it's a little bit aspirational. And then I'm just adding 1 egg to it. And these are the macros for the soup. So I make it for the whole week. It's going to be 10 servings. It's around 277 calories, and it has 26 grams of protein. And again, I have a complete recipe video for this, but here are the ingredients I used this week. We actually used shredded chicken instead of the minced meat because we had shredded chicken, but you can definitely use the ground turkey or the ground beef. That's what I usually use. But either way, it's going to be delicious. All right, welcome back. We are officially at my favorite part of the day, which is dessert. And if you've watched my grocery hauls before, you know that we really like acai bowls and that we also often eat them at the end of the day instead of the morning. So what I have here is one of the Simply Nature berry acai bowls from Aldi. And this is what they look like. They're about 6 ounces, and the macros on these are really good as well, meaning that they're only 220 calories for this whole serving, which also includes the granola that you see on top. So this is a nice macro-friendly way to end the day. It's not going to have a ton of protein, but I already have about 140 grams of protein for the day, so this is perfect. And what I did is add some extra fruit on top that you can see here, and additionally I added some nut butter because I was a little bit low on fat. So the trick to these, because they're going to basically come out like a giant frozen puck, is just to let them sit out for a little while. You can even put them in the microwave for a little bit if you need to, and then I kind of get in there with a spoon and break it apart a bit. And I'll just get a little bit closer here so you can see some of the acai bowl texture. Okay, so here is how I am tracking dessert in my Fitness Pal. Now you'll notice the acai bowl has 0.88 a container. That's kind of weird. Well, I couldn't find the exact entry for it, but I noticed they had this one that was really close. So I just used the proportion that actually equals the calories that it says on the container. So I know it's 220 calories, so that works great. And then, as you know, I added a little bit of fruit here, the strawberries and the banana, and then I added the cashew butter again for getting up to my fat goal, and I am so excited for this acai bowl. And so this is not a very protein rich dessert. If I wanted something that was full of protein, I would probably have like a high protein creamy recipe. I've got a strawberry one and a blueberry one that are really good, but I love acai bowls, and so this is perfect for me today. It's helping me hit my carb and fat goals with the cashew butters and is going to fit in perfectly. Okay, and this is how I am ending the day in terms of my macros, and I feel like I'm really aligned to my goals. I'm just a tiny bit behind on carbs, a tiny bit behind on fat, and a tiny bit ahead on protein, and that is going to be perfect. As long as I hit my protein goal, I am happy with that. And I hit about 140 grams today, which is great. This is a great ratio for me. It makes my body feel good and full and satiated and happy. So yeah, that is my protein breakdown for the day. And this is my calorie breakdown, and you can see I'm at about 1650 today, and snacks looks a little bigger because it includes my snacks and dessert. So if you divide that in half, it's around 330, and so I eat 5 times a day, and each of those is around 330, and that works really well for me. All right, that's gonna wrap up this full day of eating. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and let me know if you're planning to try any of these meals or snacks, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks, bye.